Okay, we got a game against the 2100, 2122 from India. Let's see if he plays. Oh boy. Nah! I swear to God, I clicked a board before. Oh my God. I swear to God, I clicked a board. He's a cheater. Joined 8 hours ago. I swear to God, I pressed a board. Probably he's a cheater because 8 hours ago, new account, new everything. Guessing I'm just gonna take the pawn. If he takes back, we don't care. We just develop the bishop to d3. He wants to take, we take back, no problem. He wants to pin us. Okay, he's trying to take like this. We can just take with this, so we just have to castle. No problems. If he takes, we take with a pawn, and then he's gonna take like this, takes, and everything's fine. He's gonna try to push like this, e5, or try to pin us so that after h3, takes, and add some pressure to the pawn. The second I clicked the board, he played the knight to f6. But thank God that the computer did not consider it like a resign, which is really devastating. So I guess it's better for him to take the pawn first. Okay, he wants to pin me. So his plan is very simple. He wants to take the knight, force me to take back with the queen, and after takes, he can win the pawn. I cannot go knight takes, queen takes, because that's gonna be very bad. Pawn takes will be met with probably bishop takes, queen takes. Yeah, shit. I can go back bishop to e2. If you want to take, I can take back, takes, and everything is defended. So we have to draw back bishop to e2. Whenever he takes, we can take back with the knight, because whenever he takes, we take back. He takes here. Okay, so he's adding more pressure to the pawn. I can simply take the pawn. Wait, first of all, I have to take the knight. He's gonna take back with the queen. I take here. If it's had to take me, I can just take back and everything's fine. So we take the knight first, but wait. Taking the knight, queen takes, pawn takes. Too much pressure here. But I guess it's fine. Let's just take. Remove all the pressure. Queen takes, pawn takes. If he wants to take me, I can take back with the bishop. Everything's fine. And if he wanted to take, rook to b1, bishop to f5, bishop to d3, rook here, very problematic. So after queen takes, we probably have to move the queen because we don't want to get attacked. Yeah, probably. Queen to b3 will be met with some kind of a knight here. We can try to get a queen trade. Yeah, I should absolutely move the queen because we don't want to get attacked. Let's move the queen to b3. If you want to play something like this, we go queen to b5. We definitely don't want to take the pawn and allow him to play rook to b8. Dude. I hope he's not a cheater, but his account is like 8 hours ago. That's insane. And every single time I played a cheater, I'm not trying to be racist, but every cheater I played against was Indian. I have no clue. I mean, they're super smart. Like, why do you want to cheat? Unless you suck at chess, then you want to cheat. And the most annoying thing about them that they don't use the engine one time, try to help them out. No, they use the engine every single move. So let's see what he got. Either he's gonna play knight to a5, attack my queen, bishop to e6, and we're going to go queen to b5. Now what I want to play, I want to play bishop to d2, bishop to c3 to trade off the bishop, because after bishop here, bishop takes, queen takes, pawn takes, we can have an isolated pawn. It's going to be harder for us to defend. So that's not good. I played this move because I was scared of rook to d8. And I didn't want to put my queen on e1, so the rook is really trapped. And we cannot offer a queen trade because we're going to get our pawn damaged. So probably just a simple rook to b1 first. And then rook to d1, bishop here. And then we put, wait. Just bishop to d2 and just rook to c1 to attack the queen. Rook to c1, attack the queen. And then bishop to c3, and whenever he takes, we take back with the rook. So that's a better plan. Can he play knight to e5? Knight takes, bishop takes, rook here. Wait, knight here, knight takes, bishop takes here. He takes and we take back. Oh wait, knight here, knight takes, bishop takes, rook here. Bishop here attacking my queen. Wow. Is this a human move? I have no clue. After takes, he's going to have double pawns. But he's going to open up his rook. And after queen takes, pawn takes, I cannot play a3 because he can just... Well, I cannot take because I can take back. But after queen takes, pawn takes, he's probably thinking about putting the knight here. So queen takes, pawn takes. Then we have to attack the bishop. Bishop takes, knight here, bishop back here. Probably it is fine, but too much pressure. I think I'm gonna take. Yeah, and just a simple h3. Is he thinking about bishop to e6? I highly doubt it because of a3. And the knight cannot get in. Well, the knight can get in because I cannot take. I'll lose the rook. Sorry. So after bishop to e6, pawn here, knight here, and just a bishop to d2. Attack the knight. And the knight needs to move. Attack me. I can just go there. No, that's actually a problem because we lose the pawn. But I can actually play bishop to d2 because after bishop takes, pawn here, whenever he moves the bishop, I can win the pawn. But he can defend by taking the pawn here. Sheesh. So wait, bishop back, then a3, and then after bishop to d2 and he takes, I attack and he takes another pawn. Yeah, the bishop here is really a big problem. Yeah, he decided to go back to attack this pawn. We shouldn't allow that. We have to play a3. The rook cannot move here because we will be attacked. This bishop is a really big problem. We have to play a rook to d1, put the knight here, so whenever he takes, I can take back and put the bishop here to defend the pawn. We have to cut the bishop away. And then move the bishop and get the rook active. Yeah, so rook to d1. Yeah, I can play rook to d1 whenever he takes me. I can take back with the bishop. That's fine, I guess. Yeah, probably. We shouldn't allow him to double up. So we have to claim the d-file and then do something about these two bishops. Will he play bishop to b3? Kind of forcing me to take. Probably. Knight to d2, attack the bishop. Ooh. So now knight here doesn't work because that loses a pawn. Knight to g5. He can just play bishop to b3. This bishop is a problem. I cannot play rook to b1 to defend the pawn so that I can move my bishop, because he can always attack my rook first. Well, I don't know. He might be cheating, he might be not. Because choosing to have double pawns, I don't know. A human being would not do that. Okay, now he wants a knight trade. So knight takes, bishop to f3 attacking the pawn. He's probably going to take. I guess I'm okay with taking the knight. I can play knight to d4, knight to d4, attack the bishop. The bishop can move to b3. No, he cannot go to b3. So here, the bishop needs to move somewhere back, and that's probably going to allow me to play bishop to d2 and bishop to c3. And connect the rooks and put the bishop active. Yeah, I guess knight to d4 is better than taking here. Knight to d4, he's probably going to go back to try to fix his own pawn structure. So after knight here, knight back, I can take his bishop. So that's actually not good for him. I guess I'm going to go here. Yeah. He can then move the knight, but I'm going to take his bishop. So now I'm not afraid of the bishop holding this square. So I can go back here and then save the bishop. But the tricky thing is that he's not using, I'm not using much time as he is. So I'm not really thinking that he's a cheater. Because why would the cheater waste too much time, right? Unless he's bluffing, So if he decided to go back anywhere, I'm really happy to play bishop to d2. He's going to probably move the knight, and I'm going to play bishop to c3. He's going to attack me. I'm happy to draw back. He wants to push. We're going to have an isolated pawn. Bishop here. He wants the bishop trade. Okay, so bishop takes, knight takes. b3. No, I don't like that, because after bishop takes, knight takes, everything's going to be bad. What about bishop to d2? Bishop takes, knight takes, knight here, bishop here, takes. I really hate isolated pawns. I can probably move my rook to e1, so whenever he takes, I can take back with the rook. He's going to probably move the knight somewhere. And then I'm actually defending the pawn, and after a check, I can run away here. And after this check, I can probably block. So I do have rook to e1 to move away out of this. I guess I'm going to play rook to e1. Let's see what he got. Oh, takes. Here, he moves somewhere, and then bishop here. No, I don't think this is a problem, because after bishop takes, rook here, bishop moves somewhere. Obviously, I cannot take because I lose the rook, so I have to play bishop to d2 and bishop to c3. I mean, probably in the endgame, I'm going to have some kind of an advantage, especially if I traded every single piece, because whenever the king is here on b5, we're going to be winning these two pawns, and we're going to have two passers. So probably it was smarter for me to trade, but I was like, this is too much attack on my pawns. I cannot move my bishop. But maybe if I take, and played rook here, rook to b1, well, he can win a pawn, so probably trading was not best. He can choose to play knight to c6, trying to fix his pawn structure, and also with knight to c6 trying to attack me 3 times. So if he played this, I'm not sure if I have to go back to f3. Some bishop takes, rook takes, check on d1, king here, and yeah, I can never move the bishop or the rook. Very tricky stuff. I just want to have a chance to play bishop to d2. He takes and I take. He moves the knight. We probably play bishop to c3, and whenever he takes, and takes, we can win a pawn back. Yeah. But in order for me to play bishop to d2, he has to play something that is not a good move. I don't know, probably like b5. So b5, bishop to d2, bishop takes, rook takes, knight back, knight takes. He can probably take my... No, he cannot take my bishop. Yeah, I just want to play here. What is that? Okay, so he decided to go for it, actually. Okay, so bishop takes, rook here. He cannot attack me. He can actually... He can. Bishop takes... Hold on. Bishop takes, pawn take... bishop takes, rook to d2. Sorry, rook to d1. He can attack me with this or this. But I can attack him one more time. The bishop will move somewhere. Yeah. Because now he's trying to win a pawn, so I guess I have to take. I can play rook to d1. He's gonna take me here. We're going to take. He's going to take. Take. He takes my rook, I take back, and he wins the pawn. So we actually have to take. Bishop takes. We have to defend the knight. Or I can move the knight. I can move the knight, but I don't want to really open up lines. Rook to d1. He cannot take. I guess he can. Wait. Rook to d1, bishop takes, pawn takes, rook takes, bishop to e3, rook moves. And I can take this pawn, because whenever he takes, I can take, but then he can win this pawn. This is insane. Let's play rook to d1. Will he take the knight? Well, I guess after bishop takes, I can take the bishop. And whenever he moves the bishop back, then I'm actually forced to trade. And I cannot move. Wow. I guess the best move is to take the knight. Bishop takes, rook takes, bishop back. I cannot even move. I can go rook to b3, allow this check and go back, and then another check and I can block. But then the bishop cannot move. Wow, I guess the best move is to take. Maybe I was supposed to move the knight. He might push like this, knight, e5, and I have to go knight to f3. He plays this, we trade, I guess, and then we probably... I don't know. So wait, this, takes. And then we move the bishop, but then it's gonna attack me. And 2 hanging pieces. I don't think I'm in a good position. Yeah, especially after bishop takes. Bishop takes, rook takes, bishop back. My king is not close enough to stop the checks on d1. I don't know how this happened. I always play this kind of opening, and I have no clue how this happened. Okay, so the bishop decided to go back. Are you sure? Because I have b3, he can just take. I cannot take, I'll lose this. But b3, I think it's a good sacrifice because we're allowing the bishop to go on b2. So b3, bishop takes, b3, bishop takes, rook to d3. He's gonna attack me one more time, probably with the bishop. And we attack the bishop one more time. Sheesh. That's bad. I cannot move the knight, I'll lose the rook. I guess I have to play b3. Bishop takes. Rook to d3. Bishop here or bishop here. We attack the bishop one more time. The bishop moves somewhere. We go bishop to b2. Bishop takes, pawn takes, rook takes. Rook here, attack the rook and the 2 pawns. He attacks me. This is insane. I guess the best move is to play b3. But wait, b3, pawn push, we take, he takes, and then I take. I think it's better. Yeah, I guess the best move is to play b3. Because we have to allow the bishop to go on b2. After takes, rook to d3, bishop here, attack the bishop goes back. And then we play bishop to b2, and we have to play down a pawn. Yeah, well, he has double pawns, so being down a pawn, I guess it's still equal, somehow. He can play bishop takes, but bishop takes, takes. No, I guess that is, well, probably that is somehow good. So bishop takes, pawn takes, bishop takes, rook here, bishop goes somewhere back. We attack the pawn. Yeah. Oh my god. He can move the bishop. He decided to take. Okay, we have to go for our plan. Let's go here. Rook to d3. Attack the bishop. If he takes, takes is attacking this as well. So takes, pawn takes, some kind of a rook, attack my rook. I have to draw back. Pawn push, bishop to b2, takes. It's not good. I gave him a pawn so that my bishop can go to b2, but we still have a problem because now the rook and the bishop are actually hanging, and I cannot move the knight. Shit. So the bishop can actually draw back here. And bishop to b2. If he played bishop to a4, then I'm in trouble because he's preparing e5, and I cannot move the knight because I'll lose the rook. Yes, this is exactly what he's preparing. So we have to give him another pawn here. Takes, takes, takes. Rook here will be met with a check. King here. He has to defend one of the 2 pawns, and then we can play simply bishop to b2. He takes and I take, and then he can win a pawn here. Yeah, I'm totally cooked. So now I'm believing more that this guy is a cheater. But his time management proves otherwise, so I have no clue. We cannot play bishop to b2 because of e5, and we lose the rook. We cannot move the knight right away because we lose the rook, so I guess we have to play rook to d2 whenever he attacks my knight. No, that's actually bad, because if I went back here, takes, pawn push, attack me here. Wait, probably I can play rook to d2, right? Rook to d2, bishop takes. I think rook to d2 is the best move. e5, we should not go here because then it's going to be knight and rook hanging. So rook to d2, e5, and I have to play knight to e2. He would like to chat. I think he only have one move. So rook to d2, pawn push, knight to e2, pawn push again. I can take, and then probably move the rook. Shit, that's actually problematic. Rook here. What is the move that he's talking about? Rook to c3? We're gonna lose a pawn. Oh wait, rook to c3, bishop takes, pawn takes, rook takes, and I'm gonna play bishop to e3, attack the rook. The rook goes back there, and then I can play rook to c7, attacking both pawns. So wait, rook to c3, pawn push, knight here, and then he's gonna have e4, attacking both of the rooks. So this is bad. I guess the only thing we have is rook to d2, right? Probably. I have no clue. And then we cannot move the knight as well. Probably have to play rook to b1. He attacks the knight, I can draw back, because whenever he attacks me, there is no rook hanging, and I can trade probably the rooks. I guess I was wrong. Sorry. He probably thought that I have rook to c3, but actually rook to c3 is bad, because after e5, I move the knight probably somewhere, and it's gonna push the pawn again. I guess I can go back with the knight, but we're still gonna lose a pawn, and we're not gonna win a pawn there because he can defend it by going bishop to c6. I don't think that's actually smart. No, it's actually really smart, because after bishop to b2, here, I have to move the knight. I can probably go back here with the knight. Oh my god, this is insane. Bishop to b2, e5, knight back to defend, he takes a knight take, and rook to c2, attacking both of the knight and the bishop. Hold on. Bishop to b2, e5, knight to f3, rook takes, knight takes, rook here, and I can definitely play like bishop to c1, but then e4, attacking my rook, rook to b1. This is insane, dude. Insane. I guess I have to play rook to b1 instead of bishop to b2. The bishop has to defend this. So rook to b1, attacking the pawn, e5, knight to f3, rook takes, bishop takes. Ooh, we're gonna be met with e4. So rook to b1, e5, knight to e2, rook takes, bishop takes, still rook here, attacking both of the bishop and the knight. And I cannot play knight to c3 because if bishop takes... Dude, this is insane. Hold on. Rook to b1, e5, knight to e2, rook takes, bishop takes, rook to c2, knight to c3, attacking the bishop. But he cannot take me because the pawn is here. So the bishop probably moves somewhere. And then I can go back with the bishop to defend the knight. So hold on, rook to b1, e5, knight to e2, rook takes, bishop takes, rook here, knight there, bishop probably somewhere. Hold on. Rook to b1, e5, knight to e2, rook takes, no, rook takes, bishop takes, and then rook here, and I attack, and then I can draw back. Is that a good move? Rook to b1? What about bishop to b2? Bishop to b2, e5, knight to e2, I'll lose the rook. Bishop to b2, e5, knight to f3, e4, rook takes, and I guess bishop takes. Hold on, bishop to b2, is that a better move? Well, everything's going to be hanging, that's the problem. Rook to b1, I guess it's rook to b1, I have no clue if this is the right move. Is he not a cheater? I have no clue. I mean, enjoyed 9 hours ago. So e5, we can probably play knight to f3. Hold on. e5, knight to f3, rook takes, bishop takes is going to be a blunder because of the move e4, and the knight and bishop are hanging. So e5, knight to f3, rook takes, and knight takes. Yeah, maybe. e5, I can play knight to e2 is better. Wait, so e5, knight to e2, rook takes, bishop takes, rook to c3, and knight to c3 to attack his bishop. If he takes my bishop, I take his bishop. He cannot attack me because I can take, and whenever he plays a check, I can go here and he doesn't have checkmate. And now the move that I'm preparing right now is knight to f3. He takes me, I take back with the bishop. We put the bishop on b4, or we try to attack this pawn, and I think we're going to be equal after knight to f3. Yeah, we have to play knight to f3. Right? Knight to f3, rook here, we take, and bishop to d2. He attacks my knight. Shit. We'll probably attack his rook. He's gonna give me a check. I take another check. I go here, and probably he can ruin my structure as well. Whew. I guess the move is knight to f3. Knight to f3, rook takes, bishop takes. I guess it's knight here. Is he trying to defend the pawn only? That would be weird. Oh my god, knight to f3, it is the only move, because if I move the knight anywhere else, he can sack the bishop, and whenever I take, he wins the rook. So knight to f3, rook takes, and bishop takes, and knight to f3, rook takes, he will not be winning something here. So we have to play knight to f3 actually, the only move. Sorry guys, we lost electricity. We have to play without electricity right now. Whew. We probably have around 10 minutes to finish this game, or otherwise, I mean, of course, we're gonna finish this game under 10 minutes. So rook takes, bishop takes. He's gonna attack my knight. We have to play something like, probably we just take the pawn, because whenever he takes me, I'm okay with ruining the pawn structure because I'll be attacking his pawn as well. And there will be no checkmate. This game is insane. If he tried to double up, I guess I'll be really happy to take, bishop to d2, and trying to put the bishop on b4, defending everything. And yes, he can probably force a rook trade, but I don't think that's actually good for him. He pushed the pawn. Why would you ever do that? I don't think this is smart. I never think this is smart, because after rook takes, pawn takes, you isolated a pawn, and number 2, I can play bishop to d2 without any problems and stop the pawn. But wait, rook takes, pawn takes, bishop here. He can probably attack me. Wait, rook takes here, here. We have to play this to be safe, I guess. I guess we have to take. Don't give him time to think, because he's probably panicking right now. What am I doing, man? I have no clue. I'm only hoping he's not a cheater, because he seems like a nice guy and he's really thinking and he's wasting time. So probably he's good. We have to play bishop here to attack his pawn. Whenever he push, we have knight to d. I don't want to play any stupid moves. I can just attack him. Yeah, probably just attack his pawn. He cannot push. That's a very weird way of defending. I have knight here to attack both of the rook and the bishop. He's forced to take, and then I'm going to take back. And I think he blundered the draw, because the bishop, rook, pawn are hanging. Yeah. He doesn't have any tricks. Like, if my king was on f1, then a rook sack was actually good for him. But there's no rook sack. What? Oh, he blundered. Sorry, bro. Yeah, so now we're 100% sure he's not a cheater. He resigned. GG, bro. Sorry for calling you a cheater, man. GG. Let's check the game review together and learn from my mistake and from my opponent's mistake, because I was getting completely crushed by this dude. He's really good. I felt the pressure all the game, but he blundered right at the end because of time management. Okay, so we played the opening. Let's see if we played it correctly. So whenever they take, we have to play queen to b3. Okay, queen to b3. We have to memorize that. We castled. He was supposed to take me here. h3. Takes, and then takes, and then he wins the pawn. I didn't want that. Yeah, we have to play bishop to d2. Whenever he pins me or something, then I can probably... Wait, what? Bishop to d2? Allow him to take this pawn? Well, we have rook to b1. Whenever the bishop moves, we could win the pawn back, so... We got the queen trade. We attacked his bishop. That was the correct move. We had to play e4. e4 is insane. Okay, so he wanted to trade, and the best move was actually not to trade. That's really nice. Bishop here. And we had to play king to f1. Well, that makes a lot of sense, because whenever it takes, we can take back with the king, and we can move the knight, because it will be no check. I can take back with the king. King to f1 makes a lot of sense after seeing it. He was supposed to take me, but he attacked my rook. We took. That was the best move. That's insane. We had the opportunity to play bishop to d2 right away. But what about bishop takes, pawn takes, rook takes? Well, probably we have rook takes here. And whenever the bishop moves, we can play bishop to c3, and everything's fine. Yeah, so bishop to d2 was the chance for us to play bishop to c3, and it could have been a really, completely different game. But we played this move. We made another blunder. We had to move the rook again, because whenever he takes, we'll probably win a pawn, but there's going to be a check. We have to move, and I'm not sure how we're going to win this. We sacrificed the pawn in order to move my pieces. We had to play f4 to stop the move e5, but I didn't. He had to play e5. Yeah, he had to play e5, knight to e2, probably takes, and then, yeah, a disaster would be e5 for me. Okay, we still had to play something. Knight to f3, now this is losing. Because he needed to play rook to c6, attacking my bishop twice. But that doesn't make any sense. Rook to c6, I can just play bishop to b2. You want to take, I take, and after a check, I can move away. So, but yeah, now here with this push, I guess he blundered because, first of all, an isolated pawn. Second of all, the bishop cannot move because he loses this pawn. So I guess he blundered the draw. We found the perfect position for the bishop. We're attacking his pawn. He pushed. We attacked it again. After this move, knight to d4, and the best move was to take the knight, I guess. Yes. Bishop takes, rook takes, some kind of a check. I run away. And this is completely a draw because I can never win this pawn because of the bishop. And this is an opposite color bishop. It's complete draw. But he moved the bishop. He blundered the rook. He resigned. And we are at 2083. I guess this is my highest rating ever. We still need around 17 rating points to reach our goal. Thank you so much for watching. I don't know if you can see me. See you tomorrow. Bye.